Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Tierra and woo, I've been gone for a minute, but I'm back. So I wanted to come and share like my birth story with you guys. I did one when I had Taylor and I wanted to do one when I had Cam as well. So I'm just gonna jump right in because knowing him, he's gonna be waking up soon and wanting to eat. So just a disclaimer, if you don't like graphic or if you get your stomach gets a little queasy by like hearing, you know, people having babies or, you know, bodily functions and how everything happens with someone having a child, then you might want to turn away from this video because it happens. It's a part of birth. So I'm just gonna jump right in. So on October the 12th, I remember my sister came to pick up Taylor, and I looked at her and I said, like, what if my water breaks? Like, what if I go into labor tonight? And she was like, girl, if I get all the way to our parents' house and you go in and your water breaks, I'm gonna be very upset to have to drive right back. Like literally an hour and a half later, she was just getting to my mom's house. I was laying down on the couch watching The Good Doctor, and I just felt like a gush, and I was like, okay, I have never felt that before. So something was just like, stand up. Mind you, as soon as my sister left, I told CJ to go in the garage and get some like utility bags so we could put it over the couch, and then I could also lay on it at night, so just in case my water broke. So he actually did that, and I was laying on top of the plastic, felt the gush. I stood up and I just felt like fluid falling out of me. It wasn't like you know, a stream, but it just was like, yeah, it was just like water. And I'm like, I know I'm not peeing on myself. Like, I would not pee on myself. Like, I could stop that, you know what I'm saying? But I couldn't stop the water. So at this point, I'm calling CJ because he's also on the couch with me. He's asleep. And I'm like, CJ, wake up. CJ. So he's so like discombobulated. I start like laughing, which starts making the water come out even more. So he's like, what is it? And I was like, I think my water just broke. So I called the doctor immediately or whatever. Mind you, it's like 12, like I said, 12 something in the morning. So it was like the on-call doctor. She tells me, go to the hospital. Like, go right to the hospital. So that's what I did. So we started getting our bags together. Luckily, he was home. So we were just, you know, grabbing our bags. And you guys can watch like our visit to the hospital and everything. That video, I'll try to put it in the description box. But I just literally posted it on Tuesday. So that happened or whatever. So we are on our way to the hospital, and literally the whole time before we left, I took like a quick shower, and that whole time I didn't feel any like gushing of fluids. So I'm like, was that my water or was it not? So I'm confused. But then literally as soon as we're in the car and like we're on our way to the hospital, which is only like a couple, it's not far from my home, and I just kept feeling that same feeling of like more gushing fluid. And I'm walking in the hospital, and literally by the time I got to the labor and delivery floor, my pants were like soaking wet. So I said, CJ, this is a real thing. We're not going home. So we got there, they checked my pH balance of the fluid, and it was blue, and blue indicates that it is your water. So they said we're having a baby. So I got admitted and everything, and the nurse told me to go ahead and start walking up and down the hallway while I was still, you know, not that in that much pain, and she said we'll just speed up the process. So we did a couple of walking, or we did some walking back and forth up and down the hallway. But at that point I was kind of like, was I hooked up to IVs? I think I was hooked up to IVs, so it's kind of difficult for me to do walking, I think, up and down the hallway because I had like the IV little thing with me. So yeah, we started walking, and they were trying to like see if my contractions were regular, which they were not at first. So at this point, Taylor and my parents and everybody literally drove up. We were thinking that we did not think it was going to take this long, y'all. I was literally in labor for 34 hours. So okay, then walking up and down the hallway. I was doing squats, I was doing lunges, like holding on to like the rail, and CJ was walking with me, and they kept putting me up to the monitor. The contractions were not getting regular, so they had to give me the Pitocin, because as you guys know, the same situation that happened with Taylor, my water broke first. And as you all know, the longer you go with your water being broke, that puts you and the baby at risk for infection. So I went ahead and took the Pitocin. Okay, so at this point it was the 13th of October, of course, and so they're like turning up the Pitocin every couple of hours. To me it seemed a little quicker, but it was like every couple of hours, and I wasn't feeling any pain or anything like that. I was just like taking it, and I was like very tired. I was in and out of it. I wasn't really hungry because I couldn't eat the whole entire time. Those 36 hours I was unable to eat. So I wasn't really hungry. I wasn't thinking about eating at all, I guess because I was hooked up to like fluid. So they started giving me the Pitocin. I kept trying to do, you know, more walking and stuff like that, and they just kept monitoring the baby and myself. I remember they kept turning the monitor down, I guess thinking that it was like keeping me from sleeping or something. But I was like, every time they turned off his heart monitor, I was like, something's wrong with the machine, turn it back on. Like, I want to be able to hear my baby's heart. So the whole time I was like, keep his monitor on. So they kept that on. So at 10 p.m. on the 13th, yes, all the way to the 10 p.m. They basically decided to turn the Pitocin off. They checked me, you know, here and there, but I was only 3 centimeters at that point, I believe. And the issue again, they don't want to keep checking you if your water has broken, because basically that again puts you at risk for infection. So the doctor said just turn off her Pitocin because her contractions are not getting, you know, closer together. They're irregular, they're not the same strength and stuff like that. So at this point I'm getting a little nervous, because I'm like, first of all, it's taking a long time for him to come. Second of all, these contractions are not regular, so what does this mean? So I was getting a little nervous, and basically she decided to take me off of the Pitocin at 10 p.m. and then she would put me back on the Pitocin at 3 a.m. So I started asking questions like, okay, so if that doesn't work the next time, like, what are we gonna do? Like, cause I ain't trying to get no C-section out here. So she basically said, well, there's only 2 ways to have a baby, vaginally and C-section. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, so I started praying to myself at that point, like, Lord, please let this boy come, because I do not want a C-section. So the second, so they put the Pitocin back on at 3 a.m. and I just remember feeling like this really sharp pain in my side, y'all. Like the same little side that his feet was, his feet were basically like poking my ribs. I felt a sharp pain there, and I was like, what is that? It hurt so bad, y'all. Like I felt like I had got shot. I felt like something was wrong with my kidney or something. Like, am I getting like kidney infection or something? It hurt so bad. It was like my side and it wrapped around to my back. So she just told, the nurse came in and she was like, that was a contraction. And I was like, I've never heard of anyone feeling contractions in their side. So that like really blew. I was like, you know what, I think I cried. I think I started crying off of that one. Yeah, I did. I started crying. It hurt really bad. So I was like, you know what, go ahead and give me that epidural, because if I could not, there was no way I could take that. I mean, of course if I had to I would, but I was like, I don't have to, so go ahead and give me the epidural. And so I took that, and I could still feel that pain the whole time. So I kept feeling that pain or whatever, and I could still feel pressure and everything like that. So as the day went on, they kept turning up the Pitocin more and more, and they kept switching my position. So one position they had me in was on my side, so they of course kept turning me over. Well, I turned myself over, so I wasn't completely like numb where I couldn't feel my legs. I was able to still turn myself over and stuff. So they put like a ball in between my legs. It looked like a peanut shape. So if you could envision the little shape of a peanut, I'll try to find one to put right here. But basically it was like that shape, and they laid me on my side. They said it helped, I guess, open up my pelvis or something to have him come down. They also tilted my bed backwards, so my head is here, and they tilted the bed like this. And they did the same thing with Taylor, and it's so weird because I guess it's like it defies gravity kind of. But last time it worked with Taylor, and it worked with him obviously too. So after that position, they set me up, right? Like they made the bed into like a chair. And at that point, I remember the contractions getting really like strong. Like it was like so freaking tight. Like it just felt so tight in my stomach. I was like, oh my gosh. Like, and it was coming like back to back to back to back to back. So I basically so after that, the nurse came in to check on me again, and she was like, how are you feeling? We're gonna change your position again. Are you okay with that? And I was like, yeah, you can change my position. So she changes my position, and I like lay backwards, and she was like, okay, flip on your stomach and like get on your hands and knees. And she said it really quickly, so I'm guessing that either my heart dropped or his did, because she got so like frazzled. And so I turned over, and I remember asking her like, is he okay? And she was like, yeah, I think she said something like, I think his heart rate dropped or something like that. So she said, let me know if you feel like you need to push. And at that point I did it, but like as soon as she said that, I was like, yeah, I feel like I could push. Like I felt like pressure, like I wanted, like I had that urge to push. She kept saying like, let me know if you feel like you need to poop. It never felt like a poop situation for me. It was like, I knew like it was a baby. It wasn't like poop. So basically then the doctor came in, and he's awake. Then the doctor came in and checked my cervix again, and she was like, she's ready to go. At this point, it had been 34 hours, as I stated before. And so she was like, you know what? I'm going to stay in here because we're going to have a baby quickly. I don't want you to be pushing for 2 hours like I did with Taylor. So she just stayed in there. I know with Taylor, the nurse kind of did everything up until the doctor, and up until like her head was about to come out. So the doctor decided to stay. And I asked for the mirror again because I wanted to see like my progression. So I started pushing, and FYI, we were only able to have 2 people in the room. So I had my husband and I had my mom on the other side. And so I started pushing, and she had me take like a huge deep breath, blow it out, take a deep breath again, and push. And she counted to 10, and I would have to do that 3 times without like taking a breath again. So I was just like, so deep breath in, out, deep breath in, push. And she counted 10, and then I rested, push, counted 10, and I rested, push. So she did that, and I was like, oh my God, I feel like my head was about to explode. Like I couldn't breathe. I'm like, yo, I cannot do this for 2 hours. I'm gonna try, but I cannot do it for 2 hours. So I'm gonna need him to hurry up and come out. So they kept saying like, oh my gosh, I see his head already. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. Like Taylor's head was there for like 2 hours. Like it took her forever to come out, I swear. But so his head like was showing. I could see his hair and stuff like that with the mirror. And I just kept pushing. They were like, you're doing a good job. You're doing great. Da da da. And then 15 minutes passed, and pop, he came out. So of course his head came out, and then she just pulled him the rest of the way out, and they laid him on my chest immediately, and you know, started to remove the placenta and all that stuff. I did see the placenta this time. They asked if I wanted to keep it, but I did not do my research on that, so I did not choose to keep it. So they put him on my chest or whatever, and like shortly after delivering, I got like really nauseous. So I started, I don't know, like I know I'm not about to throw up, but I was holding him. I was like, babe, take him, take him. So I just like started throwing up, like out the blue, just started throwing up. And I was like, okay, that was odd. So they took him, of course, and and they, let me see this. Alright, I'm gonna have to go get him, y'all. Gotta put this hair up. Yeah, I love when he does this. Look at him. So they took him and started weighing him and stuff. He weighed 7 pounds, 4 ounces, and he was 20 1/4 long, 20 1/4 inches long. Oh. They put him on my stomach again, and I literally got sick on the stomach again. So I threw up a total of 3 times right after having him. And But yeah, I was able to breastfeed him shortly after having him. What else happened? They also went ahead and did an ultrasound of his kidney. You guys know that was an issue when I was pregnant. And basically they did give me the results during my stay there. So they basically indicated that the left kidney does look multicystic. The right kidney is completely normal. And they referred me to a child nephrologist and urologist. So I will give you guys an update of what that appointment was like, because we went to that appointment on November 8th. And I'll do that, give you guys all of those updates in our 1 month postpartum video. So yeah, that is pretty much it. I did cry when I finally found out about the kidney, because it was like I had that sense of hope the whole time, like please, like let him be born and everything's normal and stuff, and that he has 2 good kidneys. And so yeah, I was very upset about that. I also was like, he's not gonna be able to play football, or you know, like those hard contact sports. And I just started crying because of that. I was holding him, and the doctor was like, I'm sorry I had to share this news with you. And CJ was like, babe, it's okay. And I was like, no, because you want him to play sports. And he was like, but he doesn't. Like, we don't know if he wants to play sports. So it's okay. Like, it's okay. So that happened. And then like I was literally at home. This is like not at the hospital. I was at home, and I just like heard God speak to me and say like Tierra, I'm a provider. So when Camden was born and when I made him and formed him in your womb, I provided him with everything that he needed to be the man that I wanted him to be. So when I heard that, I was like, okay, like you got it. Like so I am trusting God. I'm not worrying about it. I'm not stressing about it anymore. He is perfect. Like, he's perfect all over. I could not have asked for a more perfect little son, and I'm so excited and so happy. Taylor is so excited, of course. If she were here, she's with my parents now. She were here, she would be all over this video, y'all know it, and she'll be all over him. I'm not even able to hold him without her like coming, you know, to take him or kiss him or something. She loves him so much, and she tells him every day, all day. So if you guys have not been staying or keeping up with me over on Instagram, like I didn't even stop posting while I was in labor. So you guys should definitely get connected with me over on Instagram, because I'm always there even when I'm not here. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I will be sharing more in my next video. And just to let you guys know, I forgot this part, when I went into labor, I weighed 178 pounds. Woo, I know. And I did tear while pushing him out. It was like I think she said a 2-degree tear, so it wasn't that serious. I did have to get stitches. They were the dissolvable stitches. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So I will try to show you guys this little guy once he finished eating. If not, I'm gonna also put the newborn pictures that we took at the hospital in this video. They were gorgeous. He's so greedy, y'all. He's so greedy. Like every time, he's so greedy. You okay? He always does that, y'all, to the point that he starts coughing. So this is our Mr. Camden. Say hi, Cam. Say hi, Cam. Chunky. Chunk. I call him Stinky Man. Oh, you still want to eat some more, don't you? He wants to eat some more. You gonna open your eyes for them? Hold on, y'all. Let me see if I can get him to open his eye. Cam, you open your eyes? Hey, man. You okay? Y'all, he might spit up. That's another thing that he always does. Look, hi. Say hi, man. It's okay. Okay. So he's not cooperating. So I will put the newborn pictures that we took at the hospital in this video as well. so you guys can see that. Yeah, he does that little squeal thing. So that's pretty much it, y'all. That's all that went down. So I went in labor on the 13th and I had him at 10:37 on October the 14th, 2018. So yeah. I will talk to you guys in the next video. Like I said, the next one will probably be his 1 month update. He'll be 1 month in about a week. So yeah, he's 3 weeks now. So yeah, talk to you guys later. Love you. And please subscribe if you haven't done so already. Bye.